because all of us right now, as we are providing financial solution for housing, but we're focusing on the higher segment and there is also a regulation to take place, the mortgage regulation 3 months ago, where there is a 30% down payment requirement that impacted the market a lot. Having all these circumstances coming together, the market on hold right now. We never seen. I'm in this business right now for almost 7 years. I have never seen this slowdown taking place ever. There is almost very little transaction taking place at this time because everybody is waiting to what's going to happen. Plenty expecting real estate prices going down, so they want to take advantage. Plenty waiting for this tax decision or fees decision on lands take place, which going to impact the housing prices again to go down. There is a lot of rumor going on. A lot of people still waiting. They're not aware of Ministry of Housing not going to build housing anymore. So the picture is not clear to anybody, whether you are a large player or just someone want to buy a house. And there is not enough awareness for people. We try to play that role. Example, I'm renting a house right now, 2 bedroom. I pay 40,000 per annum rental. When I want to buy a house, I want to buy a villa. It doesn't matter how much my income. This is my dream house. I'm not going to move to another apartment where we don't have this first home buyer culture, where you need to replace the rent with something you own. And we're trying to raise awareness in that area. You need to replace first, instead of paying 40,000 for rent, you pay 45 to own the same apartment. You build asset, then you move to something larger. Then in 10 years or 15 years time, you reach your dream house. But you can't move from your current situation to your dream house. We're seeing a better trend right now. More people understanding that concept, but still, it needs a lot of work to do. That's correct. And the price did not go down dramatically. There is some speculation taking place outside of city zones. These always goes up and down, doesn't matter. But inside the city, we haven't seen a real decline in real estate prices. We haven't feel that. We see some transaction where it might be priced wrong, where, as I said earlier, a small developer built a house, it cost him 1 million, he won 2 million. There is no reason for 2 million. You can't call that a decline. It was mispriced. So it's not a real decline. We haven't seen a real decline in real estate prices. We are seeing a freezing in transaction, yes, but that is not extended to impact the real estate prices. The mortgage outlook, the future is promising. As I said, 50% of the population less than 30 years old. Until now, the transaction, there is 4.6 unit in Saudi. This is Ministry of Housing numbers, okay? The financed unit, the finance contract in the market does not exceed 200,000. You can do the math. It's a very little. So we haven't started yet. I think the future, 5 years from now, the future for mortgage is huge. But we need to pass this difficult time. Who's going to keep interest? Who's going to leave? That's the question. I think the future is bright. It's a difficult time right now. And Saudi, as I said, is 200,000 contract out of 4.6 million unit. And if you look at GDP, it doesn't represent more than 5% currently. It's compared to, let's look at UAE, it's 30%. You know, we still have potential to go. Our average market share was around 10% in the last 5 years. I'm still working. There is one thing left where banks in Saudi focus on something called salary assignment. I don't know if you're familiar with that. Salary assignment is you work for government, and most of customers targeted by banks are government employee because nobody can fire them, so their job is secured. This customer work in an agency. They have an agreement with the bank. Your salary goes to this bank. The bank deduct his installment first. So they focus on salary assignment. We don't have, by default, a salary assignment. So we represent financial freedom for customers where he can transact with any bank and buy his house through us. So financial freedom is becoming more important. In the past, people used to deal with one bank. All of their transactions go through that bank. Right now, young population, they're thinking, do I want to get stuck with this bank for the next 20, 25 years by buying my house through them? I don't think anyone want to do that at this time.